Hello, and welcome to another Ye Olde Battle Reps Age of Sigmar battle report. Dun, dun, dun. In this one, I'm using Death, so Grand Alliance Death, and Jack's using my Chaos in the Grand Alliance, so Grand Alliance Death plus Grand Alliance Chaos. We've got mainly painted models. I've got a couple of unpainted, which you'll see. Jack's got fully painted, thankfully. Playing the escalation battle, so the board is divided diagonally across like that. Got 3 objectives by these little skull tokens, one here in the corner, one in the middle by the vortex, and one by a pile of logs. You get a point at the end of each of your own turns for if you have more models next to a skull token than the opponent. We've split the armies up, so this is the starting army that Jack's got. He's got his Sorcerer Lord on Manticore, Screamers, love this guy, Grit and Clean one, and some Chaos Warriors. One's already running away. I've got Archon the Black. Some of you might have noticed, I do apologise now, he's got the wrong head. I lost his head, which is very frustrating, so that's just a Tomb Herald head. It's just a Tomb Guard head, just I wanted him to have a head rather than no head. Corpse Cart, apologies for the unpaintedness of him, he's one of the only ones. Crypt Ghouls, these are actually the
Hobbit,
Goblin Town Goblin ones, but we like them. And I've got Terrorgeist, he's also the only other not quite fully painted one. These have got a bit of paint on him. That's our starting ones, and we've got our reserves, which you'll see when they come on. So we've also got these new awesome scenery dice. I got them on eBay. I think I just put Age of Sigmar scenery dice in. The seller was called Ben Curry, but I think it's called scenerydice.co.uk. They're great, they've got the mystical and damned and everything on them, so you just roll the dice rather than look at the chart. We're not going to use the rules for the realm gates. I think we'll say we're going to use the rules that you can move through them,
as realm gates,
but we're not going to use the rules for the scenery dice because we're still trying to keep it as simple as we can. So we're going to roll for in a second this ruin. The 3 rocks, 1, 2, 3, the swamp over there, and the vortex in the middle. So Jack's now going to roll. So the ruin is arcane. This rock is inspiring. The vortex is inspiring. This rock is inspiring. A lot of inspiring playing around. I think inspiring means you get +1 to hit. So this rock.
Come on, don't be inspiring.
Deadly. Right next to your men, that's what to see. And the swamp is deadly. Okay, so we've done all that. I don't know Death at all, and Jack doesn't really know Chaos. We're very new to playing this game.
We basically just picked a load of things that we thought would look cool.
Yeah, basically. We tried to pick. Yeah. I mean, Jack tried to pick things that were all painted. I didn't really have quite enough painted Death stuff to make it a full painted Death army. But we wanted it to be painted and look good. So anyone who's a Death player or a Chaos player is wondering why not did you choose those lists? We don't know either. Okay, hope you enjoy. So as my turn 1 was pretty basic, I tried to summarise the whole thing. Arcan did his command trait that gave him +1 to cast spells, and he cast Mystic Shield on himself, and he's just touching this bit of terrain, so he gets +1. They've all moved up to claim these objectives. Terrorgeist has moved up over there. He's just touching that bit of terrain as well. And that's it for my turn. So I'm going to get 3 points because I'm holding all 3. And over to Jack. Jack's movement and hero phase. So hero phase, he cast Arcane Mystic Shield, on the Great Unclean one. And he's done his command trait, which means he's got +1 to wound in combat.
Yeah, it's not going to matter.
Everyone's kind of moved up. These guys are obviously trying to claim this objective, and his Chaos Warriors ran 1 inch, which makes them exactly 6 inches away from this one, so they will actually claim this one because they've got more models than I have. And then now we're on to shooting and charging. So we had no shooting, 1 combat. The Sorcerer Lord on Manticore made it into the ghouls. I only managed to do 2 wounds on the ghouls, so I saved. I made 1 6+ save, which is pretty awesome. And the ghoul managed to do 3 wounds in return. Let's have 3 wounds. So Jack has got 4 models within 6 inches. I've only got 3. Annoying. If I just piled them in differently, I probably could have got 4 in. So he gets 1 point for this one. No points for one over there. Terrorgeist is just chilling out by himself. Maybe there a while. And he's got 1 point for this one because he's got 2 Chaos Warriors within 6 inches. I've got 1 Arcane the Black. So end of my hero phase. The Necromancer cast Arcane Bolt on his Sorcerer and did 1 wound. My Vampire felt like being a bit annoying. Cast Mystic Shield on the Morngul. So the Morngul's now got a 2+ save that ignores Rend.
Dick.
He's a big dick. And Arcan cast his spell, Curse of Years, I think it's called, on the Chaos Warriors. Killed 1 and took 1 wound off another one. And he put the +1 casting attempt on himself for the command traits. To summarise movement, these guys all kind of moved up. The Corpse Cart and the Morngul have moved up. Ready to charge that guy as well. I want lots of people in combat with him. Ghouls moved up. Hopefully they'll get a charge. It's a bit long. And Arcan is up there as well. So get lots of combat going on. Right. Got no shooting because the Terrorgeist is too far away. So it's just on to charge phase. So all my charges were successful. Morngul got in. Corpse Cart, I think it's probably rubbish, but why not? I don't know what else he's going to do. And then over this side, Ghouls got in. Arcan got in. I'm all really high dice for all my charges. I've got like 10 for all of them, I think, so that's pretty good. So now we've got quite a lengthy combat phase to go. Wonder who's going to go first. End of combat phase. Arcan killed 4, I think.
He killed 4 in combat and 1 with...
Yeah, killed 4 by himself, which is pretty good. He rolled really well. The ghouls didn't kill anyone. Over this side, Morngul was pretty brutal. With 6 wounds, I think. Yeah. And the ghouls...
Yeah, so it left me with 2 wounds left.
It left with 2 wounds left. The ghouls, right here, they needed to try and do 2 wounds along with the Corpse Cart. They piled in round a little bit so they were close to the objective. They got 2 wounds. Jack needed to save 1 of them to survive. 1 save you had to make. Just 1, Jack. Oh. End of battle shock phase and end of turn. 2 more warriors fled. I think I was quite pleased to have any of them survive.
Yeah, I thought they would
really.
Die.
None of my ghouls needed to take any tests because they all have high enough bravery. I get 3 points again. 1 for that one over there. The other guy's holding it by himself. He's a bit lonely. Just enough ghouls holding this one. I don't think they're going to survive for very long. So Jack's hero phase. The trolls have come on over there. They're a nice neat line. They just about fit within 3 inches. I think that's the target. And the Lord of Plagues and the Plague Bears have come on over here. Tried to cast Arcane Bolt and failed. And he's done his command trait, which gives him +1 to wound in combat. On to the movement. So end of movement phase. Trolls have moved up, ready to charge Terrorgeist. Screamers have moved up, ready to charge Ghouls. Great and Clean One's buggered off over here because he's scared of the Morngul. And Plague Bearers and Lord of Plagues moved up there.
He's not scared of the Morngul, he just wants to go over there.
He's scared of the Morngul.
He's scared of the Morngul.
He's scared of the Morngul. Charge phase. Screamers got in. Trolls got in. Great and Clean One didn't. Lord of Plagues got in and Plague Bearers didn't. So we've got a good few combats to go. And we'll move on to that phase now. End of combat phase. Trolls didn't do very well. Well, I took 4 wounds to Terrorgeist.
Did 4 wounds.
But he did 14 wounds in return.
I had
which is a bit
No
mental.
idea Terrorgeist was...
Yeah, I didn't want to die.
Because it used to be really good in shooting and shit in combat.
Yeah.
And now it's insane in combat. It's D6 damage.
D6 damage. Well, I did very well on his second attack, which is found more, which is 4s to hit, 3s to wound, -2n, and D6 damage. I hit and wounded with all of them, no save, and I rolled that. So I got 13 wounds. Screamers didn't do very well. Then he killed one ghoul, and I killed a screamer in return. And over here, Arcan did very well. He killed 2 warriors. The ghouls missed with everything.
Yeah.
And Lord of Plagues killed 1.
Lord of Plagues killed 2.
Lord of Plagues killed 2. So the ghouls are slowly whittled down, but annoyingly he's still there. He's still there to get. Right, and on the battle shock. So battle shock phase, the 1 warrior ran away and 1 troll ran away. And we've worked out the points, and Jack unfortunately gets none because that troll isn't close enough. There's more ghouls here, and there's more ghouls here. So actually he isn't even in range. So no points for Jack in turn 2.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Right, my hero phase, I brought on my Hex Wraiths, Zombies, and over there the Vargeists. Oh, I apologise for shadow. I cast Arcane Bolt with one of these and killed off another Screamer. Mystic Shield on this guy, he's got 2+ save again. Arcan did his command trick, giving him +1 to cast, and he cast a spell on the Lord of Plagues but didn't roll very well. He suffered 1 mortal wound, and the Terrorgeist regenerated 1 wound. Turn 3 movement phase, Corpse Carts moved around, Vampires moved around, Vargeist has moved around, Warn Gulls moved around. Hex Racer moved up to threaten this guy as well. Zombies are just going to hold on to this.
6+ saves on.
They can have the 6+ saves zombies now, all into aim. They're a terrifying prospect. And then, I haven't moved Arcan or anything, he's not in combat anymore. I'll move Arcan in a second, and we'll see what we're going to do with him. So shooting was very simple. Terrorgeist did a scream and killed a troll, and did a wound on another troll. So a quick summary of the charge phase, just so you know who's got in. Everyone has. Vargeists are in, Vampire and Corpse Cart are in, Hex Race, Morngul, and I decided to end up charging Arcan just straight into this guy. I want him dead. So end of work. I think of quite a brutal combat phase. We're kind of just finishing stuff off, really, kind of.
Yeah.
So
putting things out
Arcan didn't manage to finish off the King Lord by himself, but the ghouls did, so the Lord's dead. Morngul did 6 wounds on this guy. Were these 6 wounds?
Yeah, and then the Hex Race did 2.
Hex Race did 3. So he got 1 wound left, almost killed him.
Yeah.
But he's basically dead. And then Vampire finished off the Screamer, and the Vargeist finished off the Troll. So all that's got left on the board at the moment is a 1 wound, great and clean one, and some Plague Bearers. But obviously he's about to get 3 more units, and they're quite scary. And I get 3 more points because I got this one, and this one. Quick correction, we forgot to do, what's it called?
Blubber and Bile.
Blubber and Bile, which means every wound he suffers, mortal or otherwise, he can roll a dice. On a 5 he ignores it, and we rolled. We didn't know all the rules were and everything. We've done the best we can. He's rolled 9 dice, which is the wound he suffered last turn, and he's got 2 back. So he's now suffered 7 wounds rather than 9. So in Jack's hero phase, not much on this side actually. He healed 1 wound.
Yes, he's got 6.
Got 6
taken
now.
6.
Taken 6. And he failed to cast his spell again.
I tried to actually, for once, he was insensible and cast Mystic Shield on him. But failed to cast.
He would have had to face an unbinding from him at +3 as well.
Yeah, because I haven't put a single wound on him either.
And then this side, they've all come on over there, all 3 of them. Warriors, Warfire Dragon, great model. And the Knights, I think probably all of those 2 are definitely going to be going over here.
The Knights were close enough to the dragon there to take a test, but none of them died, fortunately.
Yeah. So you roll dice for every model within 3 inches, on a 6th take a mortal wound, but none of them did. So on to movement. Movement phase, these guys have both moved up, not surprisingly, to threaten this side. Warriors ran up, they ran up 10, so quite far. And the Plague Bearers have shuffled and moaned and counted, I think what they're supposed to do, counted plagues. And they're going to try and threaten this guy.
Yeah, he's really scared.
Look at him, quaking with his wrong head. Phase, fairly simple. Going to clean one, is it tongue?
I don't know.
Tongue attack? Basically, we did 1 wound on the Hex Wraiths, and the Warfire Dragon rolled a 1 for his, doing 1 wound one mortal wound on the Terrorgeist. Charge phase, Plague Bear's got in quite easily, so they're going to threaten the ghouls and Arcan. What Fire Dragon easily got in, rolled a 9, and the Knights did anything other than double 1. Not a double 1. Anything but a double 1. Oh. So we reached the end of Jack's turn 3. Warp Fire Dragon did no wounds.
I don't think you even attacked back with the Terrorgeist, did you?
I didn't know I didn't have my Terrorgeist. The one wound on Terrorgeist. Morngul finished off by himself. The Grand Clean one, and the Plague Bears didn't do anything. We've now realised that because Jack isn't going to score any points this turn, there is no way for him to win. Because I've got 9 points, he's got 2. So it would have to be the case that I score no points in my next 2 turns, and he scores 3 points in both of them, and he still can't win. Because it ends after 5. So we're going to call the game there. So it's a death major victory, really. Major victory for death, I would say.
I don't know, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Tell you what, man, those trolls, I've seen some disappointments in my time. And that fucking Warpfire Dragon didn't cause a single wound to the Terrorgeist.
Yeah, he did quite badly for him, to be
Oh,
fair. I mean,
God,
he should
God.
do more than he did. Man of the match for me.
Yeah, Morngul.
What did he kill? Did he kill his Screamers?
No, he didn't, because he went off after the Grand Clean.
Yeah. But killed Grand Clean basically by himself.
Yeah.
Arcan did pretty well. I liked him. He's kind of annoyed you over here.
You're goddamn right.
Ghouls were good.
Yeah,
I mean,
ghouls
they're both
are pretty
alive.
well all round, yeah.
Zombies. Well done, guys. It'd be interesting to see these.
The zombies did more than the fucking Great and Clean one did. Zombies scored
Technically,
once. The Great and
yes.
Clean one didn't cause a single wound to anyone.
Yeah, technically yes. It'd be interesting to see this game not escalation with these teams, because that made a big difference, I think. But we both really enjoyed it. That's the main thing. Loved the game. That was great fun. Really like the way the combat works, where you choose
Yeah, that's probably
what
why
you attack
my
with,
favourite
because
thing
it
about
just
yeah.
really does add an element of what do I do?
I don't think there's been a fantasy battle that I've lost that badly that I still enjoyed that much.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Really good. Really good. Cool. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.